Hello, quilting friends. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Sorry, just snuggling in and getting comfortable for a chat with a friend. I'm going to put on the chat so you can let me know if you're here. Let me know when you're here and if the chat's working. Um, Apparently I wear this outfit for you often, which is an old Vacation Bible School t-shirt and my big sweater. I made this sweater as a Hogwarts sweater for Hufflepuff, and I also just picked Hufflepuff because it's black and gold, like for the Steelers, which that's my football team. And this sweater is kind of one that just grows and turns into a big robe or blanket or anything like that. So it's just cozy, and today is a day that I want to be cozy. It's warmer today, but yeah, it's up to 46, but it was rainy yesterday, and I don't know, the sun never decided to come out yet. So let's see. I have Louise. Hi, I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you. Again, I just saw you and had lunch with you, which was nice. I'm going to talk about part of that today. So I have notes for what I'm going to talk about. Today's will be kind of short because I don't have a lot going on. Not feeling the best, kind of sinus weather, whatever. And I know a lot of people have that, so you understand. Gina. Hello, Gina. It's good to see you. I just saw you too, but that was last week instead of last week. But hello, it's good to see you. So what has been going on? Last weekend, I taught at my local quilt guild at our Super Saturday, which is just members of the guild teach other members of the guild. So there was another woman there who designed a pattern and taught everyone how to make this one technique. I designed Henri the flamingo to teach there. So that was lovely. This is not available online. This pattern until 2027 will be my in-person guild teaching. So if you live in the Northeast and want me to teach at your guild in 26 or 27, I could do a color blocks talk and we can make Henri. Let's see who else is here. He loved my bird, Henri. He started the day as Henry, but he turned into Henri as the day went by. So that is Henri. And Sue, hello. I'm so glad to see you here. Patty, a sunny day in Ohio in early March. Does that happen? Spent a lot of time in Ohio. I know you get great in as well. In Ohio. So that will be in color blocks after 2027. But for 25, 26, and 27, that is my teaching quilt that if anyone wants to have a talk, a trunk show workshop, that's the pattern. So it is a color block pattern. And then it'll go into color blocks after that. Let's see. Amelia, good morning. It's good to see you. I guess today's Wednesday in your world. So happy Wednesday. Amelia lives in Australia, so it's already tomorrow there for those going, what's going on? I no longer travel the world, but I have for years and years. And I've taught on 5 continents. I've not taught in South America, and I have not taught in Antarctica. So I've taught on 5 continents. And yeah, I still don't understand time zones, and I always get them wrong. And again, I've said this before, but the hardest time zone I ever had was in Adelaide in Australia. It was a half-hour time zone. I'm like, if I cannot handle a 1-hour time zone in the United States, what makes anyone think I'm ever going to be on time in a half-hour time zone? And this was before the watch and phone and did it all automatically. I was there years, 2011, maybe 2012. So it was before this did all of that. And I'm like, just knock on my door and I'll be ready. I was sitting there waiting on the edge of my bed because I could never figure it out. So Annette, hello, and Kissimmee. Hello. I designed Henri. I wasn't in Kissimmee. I was closer to Tampa. I was in Indian Shores when I designed him. I was at the Sunken Gardens and there was a flamingo there, and I went home and designed a flamingo when I was visiting there back in the beginning, about a year ago. Yes, it is. Thank you. The flamingo is cute. I really had fun with that. Um, I was visiting a friend, and her husband's name is Henry, and he kind of likes flamingos. So it's Henry Henri, the flamingo, designed while I was at her house in Florida. So there you go. There's Henri. Cute little thing. I'm going to make another. I have another top made from Saturday, and I'm going to make another one with two of them facing each other for a cute little baby quilt. Wouldn't that be great? So again, if you have guilds within a driving distance of the Northeast, which is like over to Ohio, down to Virginia, that sort of thing, and all of the New England, I would come speak at your guild and do a trunk show and possibly a workshop with the pattern. So that's what I've got. But yeah, that was fun. I have a lot of designs designed that I haven't published yet, which I'll talk more about in a minute. Yeah, I thought it was just darling. You just got to go there. Um, one of the gals on Saturday made hers with a really dark background and then a really light border, which looked cool. It was like navy blue, dark green mottled background. It was awesome. I made one with a white background on Saturday, so we'll make one of these every time I teach. So I have many of them, but I can't wait to now make them facing each other. So let's see what else I have on my notes. So I was at my guild, which was lovely. Oh, so we had Louise who was there. She made the star quilt, and I'm not holding it against her that she didn't take mine. She wasn't at my table. Um, love you anyway, Louise, and I'll see you at our meeting in a couple weeks. Um, and then we had a community quilts table. Ooh, let me grab that because I think it's on the floor right in front of me, and it fell out when I went to hang up on Reed. Hold on. I have to get a block that is under my desk. Okay. My desk is on wheels in case you felt like you were moving. So, Henri, um, so there, you could make the flamingo, you could make a star quilt, or you could make a 25, disappearing 25 patch block for community quilts. So, they were making them out of charm squares. I made mine out of 2.5-inch squares. Because I had a box of 2.5-inch squares in front of me, and I wanted to make one to remember it. And they had a sample there that had 4 blocks put together, and it was super cool. So that's a disappearing 25 patch, just the same way you do a disappearing 4 patch or 9 patch, disappearing 9 patch, I guess. What was fun though is I took my box of blocks with me, my little squares that I have cut out for the color blocks. I just took my pink box with me because I didn't know how many people would be there and if anybody would need pinks or what have you. But so many people at the sewing day on Saturday were like, "Where'd you get that box?" I'm like, "I cut them all myself." They wanted to buy a box with all the pre-cut pinks in it. I'm like, "Make me an offer. I have a new grandbaby coming to spoil." Uh, Louise, you didn't have anyone to give the flamingo to. Aw, understood. I completely understand. But it was a wonderful sewing day. I since I've been home, since 2020, and I haven't really fully integrated back out into the world yet, I'm still mostly home. I find it hard to get out in the world because I'm kind of used to being at home. So I kind of have to make myself go out. Does anybody have hermit tendencies like that? Like I love being out, but it's just the getting the overcoming inertia to do that. So it was wonderful getting out on Saturday and getting to see everyone. And so I'm always glad when I do, but I still have that. But I could stay home cozy and comfortable and not leave my house. So the treat for getting to go out is meeting quilters like you, because I usually only go out for quilty things, except today I did go out, and I felt okay going out in my sloppy clothes because of what I was doing. I only made one stop, and they didn't care. So yes, so that's the story of Henri. I'll have some guild papers written up about talks and such if anyone's interested. So I did my guild. I talked about the flamingo. Now today, Lois Ann hasn't signed on, and I was looking. Maybe she has, but hasn't said hi yet. Um, today is Mardi Gras. It is in the Christian tradition, it is Shrove Tuesday, meaning tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, and it is 40 days from Easter. My husband and I went to Mardi Gras, and I discovered that I was too old for Mardi Gras when I was in New Orleans. I'm just a little too old for it. I don't drink. I'm not into it. I'm old. I'm old. But when we were there, my husband never got a king cake. So now, since we've been home, so last year I started buying a cake because I would order one in from Gold Belly, but that turns into like a $75 cake, and it's $17 at the bakery. That's the one I went for. So I went and picked up a king cake for my husband. Oh, did I not cut enough? I didn't cut enough tape. I don't know if anyone's seen a king cake. I have this as a reminder on my calendar every year to pop up to order the cake. And I was the first one to order it last year and this year because I'm psycho. And I just don't want to forget stuff like this. Where is the tape? Let me see. They really, ooh, I could just smell the yeast bread on this. So this is a king cake. And from my understanding, baby Jesus is hidden in, that's a little baby Jesus in there. Should be hidden inside the cake, but we're in New York and we can't do that. So you can't put the inside because someone might choke on it. So they put it on top. I think that's a New York thing because I believe you can bake it in the cake in other places. So hello, Sandra. Hello in Dallas. Good to see you here. And Beth, the baby is good luck. Exactly. But I live in New York and the baby's right on top. And since I'm talking to you on a computer, should a king cake have a baby inside it? Yes, it's supposed to be embedded inside the cake. So let's see. Can a bakery put a baby inside a king cake in New York? In New York, a bakery generally cannot put a plastic baby figurine directly inside a king cake when selling due to potential choking hazards and liability concerns. I've lived in New York long enough that I figured that out even without Googling it. Huh. So anyway, that's my husband's king cake. We didn't get one when we were there. We had beignets, and I'm not making beignets because I don't do deep frying. I don't like to see how much fat I'm putting in my food. If someone deep fries it for me, I'll eat it, but I don't like to look at it while it's going in. Let's see. I tried to get my husband beignets. There is a bakery in Pittsburgh. It's the Oakmont Bakery, and Oakmont is known for its golf course. So you'll see like they have the Masters or the Classic or some, I don't know golf, but they have some big golf tournament there in Oakmont, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Pittsburgh. And we pass Oakmont on our way to Pittsburgh. And there's a bakery there, the Oakmont Bakery, which is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So I try not to stop there because, again, did I mention it's fabulous? It's huge and it's delightful and it's delicious and lovely. But we put in an order to go pick up because if you go, you can wait an hour to put in your ticket to order at the bakery. So we put an order in when we were leaving one year to pick stuff up on our way home. And it was during Lent. So we were getting, I'm going to say this horribly wrong. Pushkis is how they say it in Pittsburgh. It's Polish pastry. It's Paczykza. I don't know. It's a it's a Polish name, but it is basically a jelly-filled donut. But there's more to it. But it's kind of a jelly-filled donut that's really good. That's Polish, and it's a pushki, punch. I don't know punchki. I don't know how to say it because I barely speak English, let alone Polish. So they sell those in Lent, and they also sell beignets. So we were ordering those. And when we got to the bakery, my husband was circling the block, and I kind of like dropped out of the car, tuck and roll because there was nowhere to park at all. Turns out we couldn't get our beignets that day because a car had been speeding, gone through the light, hopped a curve, and went into the bakery, and it took out the half of the bakery workspace that made the beignets. So the beignets weren't ready. So my husband's still not getting beignets. We have bad luck trying to get beignets. And I think another time we tried to go to the bakery and something else crazy had happened. But like when we got there was like the car was no longer in the building, but it was all blocked off, kind of weird things. It was just kind of funny. So let's see. Molly, hello. Um, Louise, yes, today is Fat Tuesday. And this is Pastry Garden in Poughkeepsie, Louise. That's the bakery that I choose to go to. And I drove all the way there. And it was, it's a good 40-minute drive for me to go because I live at the very end of my county. But for my husband, I will do this. Let's see, Cheryl. Sherry, sorry. Glasses. Hello, good to see you. Hot cross buns are delicious and a treasure on Easter morning. Oh, I'll have to think about making those. How many of us can still remember how to play hot cross buns on our little recorders? Or what did you or your kids ever do that in school? I also played the flute, so I can still play that. But every time I hear hot cross buns, I think of the song. Johanna, hi. Hello from hello in Brazil. So you're in a similar time zone to me. You're just in the opposite season, I think. So you are going into fall. You're at the end of summer, I think. So hi, I'm glad you're here. Again, I've been around the world. I know it's round, but seasons and time zones and hemispheres and all of that, I have to think that through. It's not natural for me. But benvindo, I'm glad you're here. So I planned out my meals for the week, like I always do, because I'm psycho about it. And we were supposed to have sticky fake chicken, like vegan chicken, because I cook that. Sticky orange chicken for dinner. And that's with green beans and red peppers, and it's wonderful. And then I remembered I had to go pick up the cake, and that meant today was Fat Tuesday. So we're having shrimp and grits instead, which is not vegan, which works because I'm not vegan. But I like to cook vegan. For the main reason that I'm about to show you. Let me get it. So I'm currently cooking through all of her cookbooks. This is Sam Turnbull, and you can find her stuff online as It Doesn't Taste Like Chicken, which it's all vegan recipes. But I'll show you when I came home from the bakery, I made pancakes. And if you're not vegan, pancakes without eggs in them sound delightful. Because who looks at the eggs and goes, I probably don't need eggs. I probably don't need those at the price of eggs. Now, I know we have people here from other countries. Do you have egg shortages like we have in the United States? Like our eggs have gone up they're 400% of what they were, and they have limits on how many you can buy. We have egg shortages. So just curious, we have people here in Australia and Brazil. Do you have egg shortages like we have in the United States? And if you do have egg shortages, consider looking up a vegan recipe if you want to make pancakes, because then you won't need eggs. Did I make these for lunch? Yes. They were supposed to be blueberry, but my blueberries were they're in the compost now. But I did have pancakes for lunch. So just my little, not vegan. I'm not philosophically a vegan. It's a way to trick myself into eating more vegetables, but it's also really a good way to cook without eggs. My husband eats an egg every day, and he's like, maybe I don't need an egg. I'm like, have the egg, honey. You work hard. You can have an egg. So check, excuse me, check off the Mardi Gras. Not sure what else I should eat. I could make my husband other New Orleans stuff, but I plan on putting on a Spotify New Orleans music channel on his little speakerphone for dinner. Just be silly, and give my husband a little bit of Mardi Gras. Let's see. And the last thing, I haven't been doing a lot of sewing lately. I've been in a so I'm taking the next 6 weeks off of social media and news. I will still be posting, but I will not be scrolling. So I am taking a break from the world, and hopefully that'll have me actually putting more out on social media. But my head needs a little bit of break from the noise in the world right now. So hopefully that'll get me sewing and posting some more. Like I'd love to get this quilted up, and I'd love to get out my March pattern, my March baby pattern, and other things like that. So just a little overwhelmed right now, and I need the world to be a little quieter. So if there's something major going on, you can tell me about it because I'll still talk to you and I'll still post things, but I won't know what's going on in the world. And I think that's okay. The world will handle itself without me. Um, I turned off all the alarms from my arm for that, news break. And it's like, oh, so and so hit their 100th home run. Okay, I don't consider that interrupt my day worthy. So just get rid of a little more news in my life. So today will be my last day on reading the socials. So if you post something, I'm so sorry, I'll miss it. But I will be posting and interacting only in the quilting spheres. So because quilters are lovely. The rest of the world, not always so much. So that's what I'm up to. Um, if you celebrate um, Fat Tuesday or Shrove Tuesday, have some pancakes, have some. I'm making shrimp and grits for the husband, or anything else that is traditional in your family. And if you don't have a tradition, start one. I came from not a lot of traditions in my family, and I've started them with my family, and it's great to see my kids have carried them along. So this is newer. This is not one I started with my kids, but it's one with my husband now that we have a king cake and celebrate Mardi Gras. So yeah, a little fun thing. And I thought Lent was a good time to take a break just to quiet my mind and look forward to Easter. Um, so that's what I'm up to. I'll be doing a lot of sewing, and even though I'm gonna be on the computer less, it'll look to you like I'm on it more because I'm gonna be posting more. So that's my hope. Anyway, I am going to go and defrost some shrimp so I can devein and peel and do all of that and get ready for my husband's dinner. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and that you get to be cozy and celebrating whatever you choose to celebrate, even if it's just the fact that it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Um, one post that will be coming out later this week is I should be getting a new pair of shoes in the mail tomorrow that are going to match that quilt, and I can't wait to show pictures on that. So they're pink. They were $480 and they were more than 75% off. So they're gorgeous. So I can't wait to show you. Anyway, I am going to say goodbye then. I will be here again next Tuesday. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not lying. I don't believe I have a doctor's appointment. I should look that up ahead of time, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'll be here next week on Tuesday. And after that, I'm headed down to Delaware for the following weekend. I'll be teaching at Blue Hen in Delaware, and maybe I'll see some of you there. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you again next Tuesday at 2:30 New York time.